Hi everybody and welcome back to SV Blown Away.
Come to the sun with me, so I can show you something you've never seen.
We are Ian, Natalie and Nelson and we are emptying the money bank to fill the memory bank. So join us on another great adventure this week in Greece. And you're joining us on anchor in Porto Heli. Porto Heli is a large natural harbour giving you all around good protection from most wind directions. It also has easy access to supermarkets and fuel stations. And those are the reasons that we are here. We need to stock up on food from the large supermarket, and we also need to refuel the yacht and the dinghy. There are some stronger winds in the forecast, so we will sit that weather out in this harbour. After that, we are heading south towards Cape Maleas.
Kind of forgotten what trees look like. It's so nice to see greenery again. The other islands were so barren in comparison to this. You can see why this place is so popular. There's actually a marina being built over there, although I think it's quite exposed. But there's still quite a large number of yachts on anchor in the bay, as you can see. Occasional water taxis backwards and forwards, but pretty peaceful to be honest. It's quite nice. Porto Heli.
And these are additional solar panels that we deploy to run our water maker, refrigerator and to recharge our batteries. We put these out when we're on anchor and we know we're going to be there for a few days. It's also shelter for the dog when we're not around.
Nelson! I was trying to give you the reason why we put the tents out.
Listen to me. Listen to me. You can't come. I've got 8 cans of fuel to bring back. There's no space. Stay there. Doesn't like being left behind.
The local fuel station has very conveniently built this dock for people like us to come and refuel either their boat or to collect jerry cans. It's a very good service.
What are you doing in your exotic palm tree lined life this morning?
There are palm trees. The fuel one.
Okay, you look a bit sweaty.
Yes, it's bloody hot. 2 petrol cans and 6 diesel cans.
Slow. Yes, and I forgot my card, tried to go back and get my card. I've made 3 runs to the boat already.
But we also got rid of our bin bag.
Liverboard lifestyle.
Yep. And the most special thing about this, having come from where we've come from for the last 2 months, is there's trees.
Trees. Yeah.
Look,
trees. We smell.
Look at all the trees.
We could smell pine.
Look over there. It's all green.
On the way in last night, when it was pitch black, we couldn't see a great deal. The moon was not quite up, but all we could smell was pine. It was lovely, wasn't it? Just that smell of pine after not seeing a tree for 3 months. It was just, wow, so exciting. Yeah, Nelson, there's no meat involved in this. You may as well go away because you're not going to help. These things are really cool. There's a little one-way valve, just a simple glass bead in the end of there that seals this pipe off. So we literally put that in the fuel can there. Put the other end of the pipe in the dinghy petrol tank, and then just work the one-way valve, and then it just starts to siphon. So this now, let's pull this out so you can see it, is now siphoning fuel into the main tank. The main tank's tied in, so it's all a bit of a pain to get out. And then when you get it close, you literally just lift that one out, breaks the suction, no longer got a vacuum, no longer fills the tank. It's really cool. Refueling in paradise.
And exactly the same with the diesel. And that's our starboard diesel tank filler, but our tanks at the moment are not separate, so we've got them so the fuel just flows from one to the other. And we'll probably put most of those in.
Well, we're slowly making our way back towards the Ionian now, having spent the summer in the Aegean, and at one point we were 15 miles away from Bodrum, so we could have gone into Turkey quite easily. Tonight we're going into here. So this little town is called Kiparitsi, and we are going to anchor somewhere off of that rather attractive looking beach. We just don't seem to be able to get away from these things. We're so close to Athens. Everywhere you go there's just big power boats, and they take up so much space. There is a church anchorage, we believe, which is highlighted in the pilot book. Normally you can get 4 or 5 boats on that dock, or you can get one very big power boat. Over there, wind overnight is due to come in from the south, so I suspect the town side of things is going to be a little bit more protected. So yeah, heading over there. Got a pretty little place actually.
A little bit, yeah. Good morning!
Good morning. How are we today?
Good, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Yeah, we're having a nice little sail. We have full main, full big headsail, and we're heading south.
We are currently under sail, mainsail and the big Genoa's out. We've got about 18 knots of wind. We're running on a broad reach, not far off a downwind occasionally in the gusts. We're making about 4.5 knots at the moment, and we're heading towards Monemvasia. Now, we've been to Monemvasia before. We did it on our way north earlier on in the season,
We're heading back towards the Ionian to do some maintenance on the boat. Weather today is supposed to stay much the same, bright sun, lovely day, 15-18 knots of wind all day long apparently. Dies off into the evening and we're hoping to anchor in the lee of Monemvasia. If not, there's another anchorage nearby, a small beach, maybe we can get in on there. The last place we were at was quite busy, so I'm hoping as we travel south it is going to get slightly quieter, but time will tell, we shall see. Do we need to do one of those tacky jibe things anytime soon?
No, no tacky jibes.
So how does it feel being the expert on Facebook?
Expert in sailing, apparently.
It's a lot of responsibility, you know.
Well, apparently Ian's an expert too. I'm not quite sure on what though.
Swinging hammers.
Hammer swinging, okay.
So we left Kipparidzi and we are under sail now on our way to Monemvasia. We've done Monemvasia before on the way north early in the season. Monemvasia for us now is just pretty much a stop off point, an overnighter. We can get some sleep and then we're going to try and round the Cape Maleas tomorrow at some point, hopefully, weather permitting. We currently have about 15 knots of wind. We're making 4 knots of boat speed. We're on a broad reach. Quite a pleasant sail. We do have chart detail on the other chart, the other electronics down below.
And we do have
we've
paper
got it.
charts.
Yeah,
for those
paper
that are
charts as well.
interested.
We do have paper charts. And funnily, there was a discussion about that on one of the Facebook groups. It comes up quite a lot, to be honest, but we do run paper charts as and when we can. Paper charts are quite expensive. An IMRAY chart's like 25 bucks. Doesn't cover a great deal of distance.
And to keep you updated.
Yeah, that's everything. How often do you get notices to mariners and how often do you take a magenta pen and alter your charts? Personally, never.
Viewers, how amazed we are to be back with some greenery and some trees.
Lovely. I'm surprised that little lightweight boat hasn't caught us up and overtaken us, to be honest, considering we're 25 tons and that thing's probably 4.
Yeah.
I'm really shocked that hasn't overtaken us. Perhaps we'll keep this old tank a bit longer. Good girl, blown away. Good girl. What have we got to go?
To the headland, we've got another 7.3 miles.
Okay, so about 2 hours. What little wind we had has died. We've now goose winged sails to try and keep sailing, but we're probably going to run the engine, to be honest. It's always nice when you choose an anchorage and when you get close to it, it is like a boating lake in there, look at it. And in the distance, that lump of rock just there is the northern side of Monemvasia. Sunrise over Monemvasia. And we're just getting ready. We're off around the first Cape, Cape Maleas, the one that's got the fearsome reputation. We're heading there now.
Probably under engine. This is the Hellenic Coast Guard, the local boat. We just rounded Cap Maleas. There's currently a yacht listed as overdue / missing, one person on board. We had contact from the family of that boat owner, obviously stressed out looking for him, etc. It's really good to see that the Coast Guard are down here searching and looking. They're stopping all the blue boats, it would seem. We got pulled over a minute ago. I didn't film it for obvious reasons, and they've just pulled over that other boat as well. Hopefully they find the overdue vessel. There really are some very, very, very small boats out here, and some very, very, very large ships.
And with very little or no wind all the way to the anchorage, we anchored in Port Cagio, and we will make preparations to go around the next cape tomorrow morning. The overnight forecast is due to be 25 knots from the west.
Damned if I'd be that close to the rocks. Our anchor. Yeah, there's people on it, yeah. I thought it dragged, but there's people on it. It's like crazy. Everyone else is well upwind and they're on the rocks. Crazy. Who's still there?
We were up in time to watch the sunrise, walk the dog, pick up the anchor, breakfast on the move. Perfect.
Where are you, Ganali?
We are in Caparizia.
Again?
Again.
It is thunder, lightning and relatively strong wind. We're more worried about the thunder and lightning obviously, so we're running to get away from it.